Hello everyone and welcome to Motorhomes with American Tom. I am Tom Bennett and this is the all-new 2024 Fleetwood Flair 29M, the perfect motorhome for folks looking to travel to national parks or where they just want to stay a little bit shorter to get into any park they'd like to go to. We're going to take a look at everything outside, everything inside, go through the things we like and dislike about the motorhome. Let's get it on. Alright, here we are. This is the all-new 2024 Flair 29M, a wonderful motorhome which is still very short in size. It maximizes the space you have under 30 feet, and I'm a big fan. Let's start taking a look at what we have outside. Now right here on the driver's side, you can see that you have this huge long awning which goes nearly the full length of the motorhome. I think it's a great utilization of that space. No slide here on the passenger side, which means that you can maximize your amount of camping space. That's great for your folks who are looking to do some tailgating or really just want to have more space within the campsites that they find. Starting right here from the front, I want to point out that you have a chrome package for your mirrors, and then you have a camera built in for your side camera system that's right here. Little doggy window, which is always a nice feature if you have pets. Moving here to the back, you can see you have a nice 30-inch wide door. Big window right here, and these are the flush mount windows, so they've got a great look that matches this beautiful red line exterior graphic by Fleetwood. Right here, you've got a full pass-through bay, which is nice and wide. It's got your inverter there on the side, a nice place to run an electric line to it, and some good depth in that piece. Also, this has got this nice big plastic base, so you can dry these out or spray and clean, and they'll dry out on their own. Nice setup there. Here's your furnace. And just underneath, you have the bay where your propane is located. That is a huge propane tank. Looks like 14 gallons, so that's going to last a pretty long time. One thing Fleetwood does on a lot of their motorhomes is they have a huge outside entertainment system. So this TV here is gigantic. This thing comes out and turns to either side. You have an outlet with USB hookups right there, and then speakers on both sides which hook up to your inside and outside stereo system, but just really nice right underneath the awning, and it's easy to get to, so it's going to fit within a campsite pretty nice. This is going to be a potable water fill right here. I also like how the awning goes over your outside kitchen, which we're opening up right now. Going to be a really convenient setup. You've got a fridge built in, a microwave as well, which that looks like a convection microwave. Then you also have some extra storage here in the back, a little bit of storage underneath, but you have some of your water components built in right there, and then a sink. Good place to keep your hands clean or to dry off there at the spot. And then right underneath you have a propane hookup, so you can easily set up a portable grill, and it's going to be right here next to your kitchen, which is pretty convenient. You see so many of them where they're 10 or 12 feet away. Moving around the back, you have your hookup here for a trailer or a tow vehicle. This tows 8,000 pounds. You have your 7-way plug built in, so you're ready to go for a braking system if you need to do there. Also, you have a nice back window. You know, when you go into bath and a half motorhomes, are really just a lot of different floor plans. You won't have this big back window. A lot of campsites are going to butt up to something pretty you'd like to see, so that's a nice feature. And then right up top, you have your backup camera. Anytime you put it in reverse, it's going to go right to that. So let's move around to the side. Right here, you have your black tank flush, and then your city water hookup. This is going to be your generator, which is a 5,500 watt generator. A lot of RVs this size, or pretty much all Class Cs, are going to be a 30 amp hookup with a 4,000 watt generator. Going up to this bigger capacity allows you to have 2 ACs instead of just one. So that's a great feature as long as having more power in the coach altogether. Right here's your fuel fill. This is an 80-gallon fuel tank. So more than you see in a lot of Class Cs. I talk about Class Cs with this motorhome a lot because this is in the same category as you would see with a Class C vehicle. I've met a lot of folks who are looking at Cs and then they move up into an A that offers better capacities, more space, while still being the same size and having the front area which can become a part of your living setup. So I think that's a really great feature. Up top you'll see that you have a built-in slide topper, a couple windows. this is a tankless hot water heater. So great amenities built into this vehicle. Right underneath here is your wet bay. You can see that you have a whole house water filter built in, and this is up inside of the vehicle, so it's just within the heating components that you have from underneath. It's in this nice cleanable bay for your gray and your black tank. And then you have a low point drain that's built up inside of the bay as well instead of hanging underneath, which is pretty nice. Outside shower with the hot and the cold fill. This is the other side of your pass-through bay, but you also have your automatic transfer switch and that 50 amp cable that's built in right there. So that's a nice addition to the motorhome. Also, these doors are pretty nice too. They open to the side, makes it easier to use them, and then they're really easy to close. Moving up here to the front, you see your Flair insignia right here. You have your chrome mirror and then your side camera for the driver's side. Now this vehicle is built on a Ford F53 Class A motorhome chassis. So it has the 7.3 liter V8 Godzilla motor with 350 horsepower. I really like that motor compared to the V10 was dropped lower with a straight drive shaft, so it takes out a lot of the vibration that your V10 had in the back. You also have your 6-speed torque shift transmission with 2 overdrive gears, so it's going to be a great ride there. Again, how this compares to a Class C, the more you weigh, the less you sway. Class C's weigh either 12, 5, or 14,500 pounds. This is an 18,000 pound chassis. So that extra suspension is going to give you more roll stability, and it's going to give you more comfort on the road. Now let's go inside and take a look at what we have going on there. So looking at this motorhome with the slide in, you can see that you still have great space. This one's optioned with the L-shaped sofa in place of the facing sofa. You can really do this floor plan either way, but I think with this setup, you have more space as you come in here, and it just makes it feel a lot more open. It's easy to walk through here. You have full access to the kitchen. You can open up this fridge all the way. The bathroom door, nice and wide, but you can open that thing all the way up. And you can still get all the way back to your king-size bed and your living area back here. Let's get this thing opened up. All right, now that we got this thing opened up, you can see that you got a ton of space in here. It really makes this thing feel wide and open. But before we go any further, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get this thing out there to as many people who are interested in seeing what this motorhome's like. Also, while we're right here, I want to give a big thanks to Tucker, our help.
Back again.
So, Tucker, what do you do for a living?
I also sell RVs too.
So Tucker works here at the store. If you see this number down here on the bottom left, that is Tucker's direct line. Give him a call. He can always help you out with motorhomes, trailers, whatever it is you're interested in. Very knowledgeable and always happy to help. So while we're right here, I want to start with what we have going on up front. Here in the cab of this Class A F53 motorhome chassis, you can see you have the new Ford steering wheel. It's nice and big, easy to work with, also adjustable, so you can kind of set this to your preference as far as where you'd like it to be. It tilts and telescopes. Starting left to right, I'd like to point out that over here you have a nice cup holder, some speakers as part of your surround sound system, nice sliding window here. You have heated power mirrors right here, which you can make an adjustment to right there. The shade, the auxiliary start, all very easy to get to. Of course, you have the digital dash as part of the new Ford chassis, which is pretty nice. Moving over to the right, you have your auto leveling system. On auto, very simple and easy to use. USB hookup right here, which can hook up to your phone as part of this digital information system right here to do Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, so you can use your phone's navigation or music, whatever it is, right here on your main screen. Generator control, Parkle travel radio right there, and then of course your AC controls. With changing the spot of the engine on this chassis and lowering it, you're able to get a lot more space here. So this middle center console area, has some USB charging outlets. You have some extra space to set things down here. 3 cup holders and a little space there. Now you see this thing on the ground here? This is a place where you can put a stand and a table that comes with the motorhome, so that you can turn these chairs around and have a nice little sitting area up here as well. Also, these seats are very comfortable. This is all Apex furniture, so it's residential in nature, high quality material, and just a nice cushion to it. It's kind of a big seat, but it does feel pretty comfortable. Here on the passenger side, you have a really nice kind of workstation built in here. This piece comes out, has some storage built into it that's pretty nice. And then on top, you have another little piece where you can set a laptop or something like that. And then you also have power down here, right there where you can plug something in. You got your nice doggy window and a place to put some maybe magazines, books, an extra cup holder right here. Now let's get into the main part of the RV and the floor plan. So one thing I really like about the front area of this living motorhome is how everything is all together. You've got your seats up front that turn around, this nice L-shaped sofa which is going to be really comfortable on the road or when you park somewhere, and it just feels very homey and all together up here. Here on the passenger side you've got a huge window, and you've got the nicer MCD shades that go along with it. That's not closing right now, we'll get that set up. And then a big TV which is directly across from your couch here on the driver's side. This decor package, which is part of the heirloom interior decor with the heritage painted wood, has a really nice modern light look to it, which makes it feel more open, definitely more comfortable. One thing I like about Fleetwood is they have really nice woodwork. If you take a look at the cabinets here, these are all solid wood and very well put together with the piece that holds it in place right there on this little hydraulic jack, and a lot of good storage here. It's pretty deep, nice and wide. This couch here will fold out and make another bed. Something else I didn't point out while we were up front is that you do have a drop-down bed here. It's a really nice drop-down. Let's bring that thing down. You can see the cabinets up front come down with it, so it has a little bit more depth to it. And then you have this nice kind of memory foam piece built into it. There we go. And then the ladder sets up right here, so it's really easy to get to. A couple little bins on either side that you can use for storage. Here, you'll notice that you have outlets with USB hookups right here. You also have another outlet built in underneath this table, which is pretty nice, and then a place to put a DVD player that doesn't take up all of your cabinets. Also, I noticed there's no vents on the floor, so it's just a completely flat, flush floor. You're not gonna have to worry about dropping things in there. The TV is movable, so you can really set this however you like. Just pretty convenient setup. Moving on here to the back, let's take a look at the kitchen here. Lots of nice drawers. All three of these open up pretty deep. And then a lot of counter space in here, which is pretty nice. Nice big round basin sink there. Some extra storage with this nice glass inlay here, which is pretty good. This has a huge microwave. And then a 3-burner cooktop. And an oven right here. With some extra storage right here. I like the backsplash too, as part of this heirloom interior decor. And then right here you have your Insignia all-electric residential refrigerator. What I like about the residential refrigerators is they cool off really fast compared to a gas electric. You get more space without the added depth that you lose to get that propane system built into it. And I still have folks ask me occasionally, does this still work if you're going down the road? And yes, it does. It uses your pure sine wave Magnum inverter that's built into this motorhome to use your battery's power to run this. Now that inverter charger isn't going to keep pulling energy when you're on the road, because it will also be charging your batteries through what you have going on in the engine up front. While we're talking about appliances, let's talk about some electronics. This has the solar built up on the roof. It has the 50 amp hookup with 2 ACs. So for something this size to have 2 full-size ACs, it's a huge step up from what you typically get on a Class C in this same range. So a really nice upgrade to this vehicle. Now right across from here you have your bath. Look how nice this door is. Solid wood residential door. You've got the towel hangers right up there. And in the bathroom here, you have a really good amount of both storage and counter space with a good sized sink right there. Sorry, what's going on up there? Built-in spaces here, extra storage. This is a really friendly floor plan for folks who are going to stay in it for a long period of time while still being short. And then even right here, you got plenty of leg room, plenty of space here for your elbows. Altogether, a very comfortable setup. Your shower, also having this rectangular shape, has some pretty good size to it. So, got a little bit of extra height here. I'm not the tallest guy in the world, but he's still got some good shape. And it's got a glass shower enclosure. Moving to the back, this is one of the best parts of this RV because folks who use this shorter vehicle are tending to use it for longer trips. You have a king-size bed. Also, this door, really nice. It's not one of those accordion-style doors that look kind of cheap, so it really does keep up the overall luxury decor that you have here. But on either side of this king-size bed, if you take a look right here, you have a really nice space to set things down, kind of a side table. You have USB outlets, normal outlets, the control for your electric system all together. And this one also has big storage underneath. Huge storage right there to keep your extra stuff. Also here on the passenger side of the motorhome, looks like they have all the bedding up here, but huge storage that goes back pretty deep. Speakers as part of your surround sound here, and I even like the decor of this little headboard they put in. A little soft piece here, matching woodwork for what you have everywhere else. Across from the bed here, 4 really big drawers, and then a nice hanging closet, full length here too. So you can either use it all the way full length, or you can use this piece as well. But a really great amount of space for this motorhome. And then having this back window is a huge plus as well. Nice MCD shape there. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what makes this motorhome special. I've seen a lot of folks who start out looking at Class C's, and I'll say, hey, have you considered a short Class A? We start taking a look at something like this, and the benefits are just huge. Class A's are more stable, more comfortable as you drive. Also, a Class A chassis has a front axle that's wider, back farther from the front, and turns sharper than a Class C. So at the same length, the turn radius here is much, much better than a Class C. So when you're in a tighter place and you need to maneuver a little bit better, the benefits of a Class A are endless. You also get bigger holding tanks. You have a bigger fuel tank and upgraded features such as the 50 amp hookup with 2 ACs. Altogether, this is a great vehicle to consider if you're trying to keep things short, considering Class C's, but can see value in the benefits that you have with a Class A over a Class C. I've seen a lot of folks with interest in going to national parks or just wanting to be able to get into those 30-foot or less spots, choose a motorhome that's just like this. Also Fleetwood, they're wonderful as far as the construction goes. Take for instance the exterior walls. A lot of RV brands are going to have Luan backing. This is just going to have that tough coat fiberglass, so you don't have to worry about things like delamination. You also have the interlocking structure in place of an RV where they just kind of screw things together. That gives an extra barrier for moisture and extra strength in the overall aluminum frame that you have in the vehicle. Fleetwood is wonderful about that. You have nice warranties here too. Fleetwood gives the 1-year bumper to bumper, and you get the 5-year 60,000 mile warranty that's built into Ford as well. Now, having looked at everything that's in this motorhome, let's talk a bit about what we like and dislike. The first thing I'm going to bring up is going to be the utilization of space. 29 feet, I think it's 30 feet overall. With this full wall slide, gives you the most amount of space that you can get under 30 feet. So folks who want to be in that capacity but also want to have the extra living space, this is just going to be a great mix of those different needs. Also decor. I want to talk about decor here. It's really nice furniture, really nice cabinets. The decor complements itself very well and is very comfortable. Another thing I like about this motorhome has got to be the king-size master suite in the back. You got tons of storage, tons of space. I know a lot of folks are going to choose this motorhome with intent to stay in it for a long time, so I think that's a good addition to what they have going on there. Now let's talk about some of the dislikes. I think that the storage outside would have to be kind of like a half dislike. It has that one big pass-through bay, but there are some other RVs that have maybe like an extra bay or something like that. And I think that I also dislike right here the round sink. I think if they had a bigger rectangular sink, it would work out a little bit better there, in my opinion. So I think that's definitely a dislike of mine. Now, Tuck, what do you think?
So I'd say a few things that I do like about this unit specifically would be is obviously the L-shaped dinette. I think it's really nice to be able to have that feature where most manufacturers out there and brands are going still with that standard booth style. I feel like this makes the floor plan a lot more open if you'd like it to be. I also love the auto gen start that you get in this too as well. There's a lot of brands out there that are in this class that do not offer that. And what that is essentially you can set up your generator with time, temperature, or battery voltage. So if you guys are at a campsite and the power goes out, you're already gone for the day, the dogs are stuck in here. Once the batteries get to a certain level, the generator will automatically start up and keep everything running for you. You don't have to worry about coming back and the food being hot in the refrigerator or your dogs being stuck in here overheating.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Negatives, I would say on this one, you mentioned one already, which was the outside storage. I think if you could get a little bit more, that would be a bonus on this. I would prefer personally to go with a convection microwave and scratch the oven to give you maybe some additional storage in there. And also I would say probably here for the sleeper sofa, if there was an option for theater seating, I think that'd be really nice too as well.
I think that is an option for this one, but we didn't put it into this one for some reason. But we can always find that out. If you prefer to have one with theater seating, I'm sure it can be something that's ordered or switched out. I've worked with Apex a great deal, and they're really easy to work with if you want to customize something that has to do with furniture. And I'm sure you know Mindy over there too. They always do a wonderful job. All in all, this motorhome is a great mix of floor plan, size, shape, and price range. You know, this has an MSRP of $172,709. We have it discounted at MAP pricing at $129,900. But of course, here at General RV, we're Rev's biggest dealer, so we're going to be able to give you a great deal. Happy to arm wrestle my bosses to get you the best deal possible on this motorhome. Also, inventory is great. We have 4 of these in stock right now, 2024s. So we're definitely going to be able to do a great deal for you there. If you're enjoying the video and you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. We always appreciate that a great deal. You can always get a hold of me, call, text, email, and I'm happy to answer any more specific questions you have on the vehicle. Thanks again for checking us out, and have a great day.